Hey everyone, today we are talking about what the car needs to be ready for an engine swap. Now, the other day I told you guys about the new heads I bought for the 327, so I'm going to give you guys a little update on the engine itself and then we're going to focus on the car. Updates for the engine are that I got a hold of the machine shop that I was originally talking about and talking to. They simply relocated and got a new phone system, so the old number wasn't working, and I couldn't find them on Google Maps or anything because they relocated to another city that's just another few minutes away rather than it's not adding a whole another hour or anything to it. So I will be able to get the machine shop in, or get the engine in the machine shop within the next few weeks, hopefully. I'm thinking another week or two at the most, and then it'll be ready to go to the engine shop, or machine shop, whichever you want to call it. But there's updates on that, and today we're going to focus on the car. Now, before we get started, I know it needs painted. I know all of that. The paint is going to wait until after the engine is in, and the reason for that is because I want to get everything under the hood. I want to make it run right, all of that before we move to the outside. So I know it needs paint, all of that. You don't have to remind me. One thing that is going to get done before we get the V8 swap done, before we even put the engine in here, is LEDs everywhere. Also, some of the little things, I'm going to replace my blinker housings. Those are cracked and have holes in them. I'm going to get those are, just to show you guys how expensive a fourth gen kind of is. These are 80 bucks a piece. I believe it's 80 a piece. Could be wrong, but almost it's either 80 for both or 80 a piece. And that's not awful, it's just kind of pricey. But anyway, LED headlights, all of that are going to get done. So that way, whenever I do decide to put my foot to the floor, I will feel safe and I'll be able to know what's ahead of me. Again, I know I've talked about all this in the last video a little bit, but we're going to do body mounts. The passenger side is sitting a half-inch taller than the driver's side because of how bad they are. They're just non-existent at this point. So body mounts, the bottom control arms. I have the bushings for those, and I replaced all the other bushings, just not the bottom control arms. The main reason I didn't do this is because I ran out of propane, and so I wasn't able to burn the old ones out, and it's almost impossible to do without doing that. But it was also because I'm putting big block springs in it, so I knew it was okay if I waited because it was gonna be in there eventually anyway. So in my opinion, it was okay to wait. So big block springs, control arm bushings for the lowers. Then I'm trying to think if there's anything else up front. I don't think there's anything else up front. And then in the rear, I need to do the spring bushings and looking to see if there's any other suspension systems that need to be replaced. By that, I just mean mainly my springs in the back because I have all four brand new shocks. So we have LEDs, bushings, body mounts, all of that are going to get done. And I believe that's almost it for what needs to be done to the car. Now all that again will be ordered within the next week or so. I'm trying to tidy up the little things so that way, like the things I don't need to spend money on right now, trying to get all of that done. So that way I feel like I'm at least doing something. And there's no reason to be installing new parts on a car that wasn't ready for. But today, moving on, today we are working on cleaning up the engine bay just a little bit. I painted my fenders before I took them out and painted them, so they just needed a quick wipe down real quick. They get a little dusty. I do have some carburetor work I need to do this week. I messed with it a little bit yesterday, understood it a little bit more, but I need to go in there fine tune it. These Weber carburetors are very sensitive, but they're very good because you can really tune them. You can fine tune them. But if you don't know how, they're very tricky, and sadly, I don't quite know how. I understand what I'm doing with carburetors, I know how they work, but this just allows for such a fine tuning that I'm not used to. And I believe that's all for this week, like all my game plan is. I'm repainting my hood latch. So this used to be silver, but it is now black. I repainted them last night. It's now black, and I had my hood latch, because you can see through this grill, my hood latch was painted black for a silver grill because it made it pop. But now that this is black, I'm painting the hood latch silver. Also got the radiator cover is going to be silver. Got a few other things, small things I painted. But I believe that's it. I took before and after pictures of all the work that I've done today. So the before pictures of the engine bay are not on Instagram yet, but they will be later tonight. But the before and after of the painting the grill and giving her a bath is all on Instagram. Those are on Instagram, so be sure you go check those out. In all honesty, guys, I'm a little bit better at posting than I am making videos. I'm not the greatest at editing yet at all, probably not even all that good compared to other people, but I'm working on it. And the main reason I don't give you guys how-to videos is, one, I know that there's a lot of them out there, and so it's kind of pointless in my opinion to try to do them. Maybe eventually I'll do how-to videos. But for now, I'm just using YouTube as an update spot where I can give you guys updates. I can't post these videos on Instagram right now. By right now, I mean I don't really. There's the IGTV thing, but that's a whole mess within itself. So YouTube is really just an update location. And maybe eventually, as I get some more help around here, I can have someone follow me around with the camera, and I can do how-to videos or give you guys better updates. But also, real quick, so just so you guys realize kind of where we're at, the exhaust work is pretty much in place for where I need it to be. I have dual exhaust on here now, so that's something there's a little bit of connecting work. I'm going to have to take it to the shop to have them weld up. But that's done for that part's done for this. I think that's about it. And again, there's a few odds and ends that I'm probably forgetting. But again, we're going to move on after we get the engine in. We're going to move on to the outside of the car, and we'll get the body work done, get it painted. And then after that, we'll move to the interior. The interior needs work. It is great, but it's not perfect by any means, but it is really great. I got an aftermarket radio, speakers. I've installed, got a car charger, not like a drinking one either. It's actually wired in place, and it looks really good. So I got all that, and I got aftermarket gauges, not a cluster panel, but gauges, oil pressure, water temp, and battery. And it's got newer seat covers in the front, and they look really good. I love them. But I'm going to try to find a complete upholstery kit so I can redo the foam and everything. The rear needs new seat covers. I'm really trying to just cover everything here. And I will keep you guys updated as we go and on different projects. But again, if you want to see the before and after pictures of everything I do, go check them out on Instagram. But I believe that's it. So thanks for watching, and go check out my Instagram. The link is down below. Thanks.